Hi, everyone.
Hello, friends. We have recently discussed the topic that we're going to discuss today, but we thought it would be a good idea,
To tell you what we did.
a good time, to discuss again the world of dogs and adoptions. And
How fun it is to get a little sweet baby
Well,
from the shelter.
first thing we want to do is set the tone. We are begging you. We are imploring you. It's that time of year, right?
Yeah.
When people want to gift wrap dogs like they're just a commodity. And I'm not trying to be a hard ass about it, but I'm just trying to appeal to people's good nature. These are living, breathing, feeling creatures.
They are our family members.
They are dying in the thousands. They're perishing. They're being put to death in the thousands, in the millions worldwide because of poor practices by dog owners and strays, and there's too many dogs and not enough homes. There are enough homes, and that's kind of what we're hoping to work on here. But it's that time of year when people buy dogs, simply put, and we just wish that you would adopt, not shop. So recently, Jennifer and I have, within our family, we've lost 2 out of 4 dogs we had, right?
Well, recently, yeah.
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 So we lost Bear. You know, this happens. They get old faster than we do, and they leave us.
It's so sad.
And then we get to an age where the saddest thing some of us can think of about being old is how many dogs do we have left in us, you know? You might
He says 1, I say 4, at least 4.
Yeah, okay. Well, you might be right.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's that time of year when people make the decision. A lot of people say, it's time to get a pet. Christmas is a good time to surprise him, her, them.
Yep.
Yeah, and they go and buy a dog from a puppy mill, for basically.
And well, sometimes it's because they have to have a certain breed, they really want to have a certain breed. But you can find those breeds in shelters, and you can find there are actually rescue agencies for
per breed.
Exactly.
Yes, that's so true.
So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to go to a breeder. And the less people go into breeders, the less dogs they'll breed.
Yeah.
And the less dogs will die.
Yeah, I would love to see that whole mill business, the puppy business, slowed down. And you can tell me all you want. Oh, you don't know. My breeder is top notch.
And I'm sure there are some, but
there are breeders that breed their dogs indoors and in healthy environments. But it's still, when you buy a dog that gets put to death. In some cases, in a lot of cases, you might say no, and a lot of people are adopting them, but they're dying constantly. What did you say the last time you went to the shelter?
Oh,
let's talk about shelters.
I could smell burning hair.
You could smell burning hair. And the last time I went to that shelter,
very depressing.
When I went there, I was investigating that shelter, and their incinerator wasn't working. And I found a dog garden out back. I found, what did I say, arms?
Legs.
I said paws, legs. Dog legs sticking up out of the ground because the rain had come and washed away where they sloppily buried dogs with bulldozers that they killed droves of them. So we recently, I surprised Jen.
Because I forever have been like, I'm just gonna bring a dog home. I'm just gonna do it. And
see, that's the thing, is
but
it's a
we always
decision.
do discuss, and I knew that I never would do that, but maybe I might do that. But
and then just beg for forgiveness
exactly,
instead of permission.
Exactly. And this guy, he's a pushover, so
no.
Yes. So we were just going to look.
Yeah, so I told here's the problem. When you go to a shelter, I think you might consider having the less emotional, impulsive person, the less emotional, less impulsive person scout. Go out and look at a few shelters, and I did that.
Yeah, and you saw dogs that you loved that probably would have been perfect, and then they were gone.
Yeah, I found a beautiful dog.
It's hard to have like a strategy.
She was just the kind of size I was looking for, a little bigger than what we're going to talk about. But it was But I think that's a good idea. You go get a feel for it, and maybe
Yeah.
you can lay eyes on a dog, and maybe it'll still be there when you bring your partner. That's a good plan. We did
True.
that with Blue, our
Yes,
black
that's
lab.
true.
I
That's
went
true.
and visited. I found a dog. I said my wife will
He
love
was
this
the
dog.
best dog.
And
Oh,
she came and
I
saw
loved
him, and we left the shelter with that dog. And
Yeah.
he lived a good 11 years with us.
12.
12 years. He was a beautiful, sweet boy.
He was so sweet.
But yeah, so with no further ado, you're never sure when you bring a dog home how it's going to go, and if you're going to end up owning the dog forever. Hopefully you're
They probably
responsible,
can't even see her.
responsible person,
She
and
blends
you
in.
do intend to keep the dog forever. But that's a little dog that we got. Say hello, Betty.
Betty Boo.
Betty.
She doesn't know her name
Oh.
yet.
So Betty is decompressing, as they say.
Yeah.
And who knows, her name may end up being Banshee.
Yes.
They say 3 days to decompress from being in the shelter, and 3 weeks to,
Like get used to your routine,
yeah,
and then 3 months to really settle in.
to become
But,
a part
I
of the
mean,
environment.
That sounds random to me.
Yeah,
Because she seems very settled. She still does not like being scolded.
it's a good rule of thumb.
She runs away from him.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, when you bring a dog, if you are like us and you have a dominant alpha dog, you can have real
Oh
problems.
yeah, we were very worried about Poe.
We did this with great trepidation
Yeah.
because we couldn't bring this bruiser to the shelter because he's a menace to other dogs. As sweet as he is with people, and as much as he loves people, he's a dominant.
He wasn't always that way, but he's had some issues
He got
where
attacked.
he got attacked.
He got
So
attacked, yeah.
he's just kind of a jerk
He's
now.
become a more aggressive dog, and it's a
Yeah.
damn shame. It's so sad because we can't bring him out.
Yeah.
And we
wanted to foster dogs, but then we didn't want to, put them in danger, and that was kind of why I kind of gave up
yeah.
on getting a new
Yeah.
dog.
So what I was going to say is, a lot of people will bring their pet. Now we'll talk about a lot of good ideas through this. A lot of people will bring their pet to a shelter to introduce it
See if they get along.
to the dog that they're potentially going to adopt,
Yep.
and just see if everything works out. We couldn't do that, so
Yeah, we didn't want to bring him
our
around.
backup plan was we would bring the dog to our daughter, maybe, but then we'd still have the same
Well,
problem.
we thought if we can't keep her, we'll
just
foster her
basically
and
foster her
find
out.
her a home.
Yeah.
But
That's something else I want to talk about.
that would be horrible.
A lot of people don't understand how the system works.
Yeah.
You can go to these shelters, a lot of shelters, check your shelters, call them and say, do you have a foster program? And they'll explain, yeah, you just apply just like you would to adopt a dog, you apply to foster a dog. You keep the dog for
However many.
anyway from...
The place that we were at the other day, they said 3 days. You
And the
keep
other-
the dog for 3 days.
And the other place in the same town in Jacksonville, North Carolina, said keep it for till you adopt it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Right. And by the way, the term they use for adopting or fostering a dog and falling in love with it and not wanting to give it up is called a failed foster.
Sounds like a foster that didn't fail.
Exactly.
It sounds
Yeah.
perfect.
In other words, you got yourself a pet because you can't
Yeah.
let go of it.
Yeah.
So just be aware and familiarize yourself with the culture of this whole thing. You might go to a shelter that's just concrete outdoors with a roof.
Oh, I
It's
hate
so
that.
sad.
It's so depressing.
So
And
sad.
Dogs get so cold in the winter. We always bring
So
blankets.
sad.
We bring extra blankets
And if they're lucky,
uh,
this is the old boy, the oldest boy that
he's
came
so
to say
sweet.
hi. That's
Oh, he's
Kit.
such a sweet boy.
That's Kit. And it's just heartbreaking
It
to
really
see.
is.
And other shelters like the one that we went to, it's closer to us.
It was all indoors.
It was all indoors.
Oh,
And they had
so nice.
volunteers coming out of the
So
ears.
many volunteers, and they
Yeah.
were like taking around a park and running with them.
They
and
were
the dogs were
constantly taking them out on walks,
Yeah.
out of the facility outside, or in the kennel area, large fenced-in area with different kennels, and they would take individuals into kennels with a dog that they wanted to see.
Yes, that was very cool.
And that it's just nonstop, and that warms my heart when we have facilities like that.
And the woman that was helping us was like a real saleswoman.
Yeah.
She's like, well, if you don't take her today, we're
She's
having
going
an
to the
event
festival
tomorrow, so
tomorrow,
I
yeah.
think she'll probably be gone. I'm like,
Yeah.
no,
They were
I
having
need this dog.
an adoption festival at the local PetSmart, and she said, but she was right. You know, when they do those events, people show
And
up.
she was only up for like 2 days or something.
Yeah, she had just been spaded, as the lady said. You mean, I didn't say you mean spade?
No.
Spaded. So it's spayed or neutered, by the way.
Yeah.
And
Fixed.
so what happened here was we had
Okay, thank you.
we had a shared idea of what we wanted. We didn't want a
Getting a bath.
1,000-pound dog like Poe. We want him, we love him, but that's enough of that.
Betty, come here.
And we wanted a
got
dog
that?
somewhat small. We would have been satisfied with a Chihuahua or whatever, but we didn't need anything that small. So we ended up with Betty, this beautiful little girl here that Jennifer's going to try to drag out of the
She's like, I'm just
kennel.
chilling.
And she was very reluctant. And the best dogs we've ever had were the ones that have been reluctant to be adopted. Funny piece of trivia there.
She had her tail so far between her legs when they brought her out. And she's so sweet.
This is Betty. We couldn't
She's just a
decide if
little
she was going to
tiny
be
girl.
Banshee or Nola or Dixie or Charlie, or Jennifer really liked the name Charlie.
I love the name
But
Charlie.
we ended up with Betty. Betty,
Aw,
my
so
mom's
so-
name, by the way, was
Black
Betty Lee. And this is Black Betty.
Whoa, Black Betty.
BB.
Bam-a-lamb.
BB, this is Betty.
Wham-a-lamb.
Oh, she's so
She's
sweet.
so
Look at
sweet.
how cute
We just
she
took them
is.
to the beach and they were running and playing and she's tired.
Yeah. And
She's a tired
she's
baby.
been warming up very nicely, but she's going to be a very playful,
She's wild.
joyful pup. She's they say 2.5 years old. And like I say, her name could end up being Banshee. While we're on this subject,
Thank you,
wish I had said this earlier, but I want to give a huge thank you, huge congratulations and warm wishes and just love to people who go to these shelters and adopt senior dogs.
Oh,
Man,
yes.
there's nothing more
There
commendable.
were people there that adopted a dog that was completely gray, really chubby, and they were so happy, and the dog was so happy, and I felt so good.
It was so heartwarming. It was a guy with his two young daughters.
Yeah.
Just a blue collar guy, and he was anything, you could tell he was anything for my girls kind of guy. And he brought them in there, and they spent time in the kennel next to us, where we were spending time with now Betty, who used to be Macy. And by God, they took that old boy home. And those little girls, they're just little animal lovers. It's Macy's papers. We came home with a packet. So, and they gave us an idea of what she might be. They said German short-haired and what else? It's hard to say. I think she's got a little lab in her.
Yeah.
So maybe a little,
Hi.
some kind of terrier. But we're going to get her genetically tested, and I'll explain why.
Poe wants to get on film here.
Yeah. So,
On video. Sorry. Showing my age.
So go and visit your dog shelter before you make a purchase of a dog. We implore you. And give a dog a home and help raise awareness that there are so many dogs in need. You know, it's so irritating to me that it's all around you, that animal abuse, the love, you know, we mentioned that. We're encouraged by that, and our hearts are warmed. Oh, she's visiting. But the animal neglect and abuse is all around. And we go to bed at night, every night in the winter.
I hate thinking about
Not every night, but some nights, we hear a dog barking all night if we don't have our wind machine on.
Yeah.
And this poor dog is barking in a kennel to stay warm. That's it.
I know, it's so sad.
It's just barking to keep moving and keep breathing and stay alive. And it's just...
I think maybe they brought him in because I haven't heard him. Well, it's only been cold one night.
Well, that's a nice way of thinking about it. I was thinking eventually the barking's going to stop.
Because he's going to be
Because
dead.
he's going to be dead.
Aw.
Yeah, he, she, whatever.
Aw.
Anyway, that's not really what we want to talk about. But so we got lucky. We were telling you that we were worried about Poe. Well, we brought this little girl home.
Yeah, the first night
it was rough.
Scary.
It was rough. Poe said
Poe didn't want her here, and so he growled at her, and then she growled at him,
and then he
they
wanted
were.
And she was in my arms because I was worried about him, and he doesn't really draw blood. He's not biting. He just
bite. He just scares you.
He scares and
scares
dominates.
The other dog.
It's a vocal and motion thing, and we conditioned him. We worked on him. We put her in a kennel. You got to have a kennel. That's the thing. If you're a novice, if you've not owned dogs, if you're a young couple or a young person, and you've not done this before, the principal thing is you have to kennel train.
Definitely get a kennel.
Crate
it
training.
makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
number one, they have a place to go, and you'll see if I so much as stand up and speak in a loud voice, she goes and runs in her kennel. And we would speculate all we want. It may have been an abusive situation. Maybe not. Maybe she's just a skittish dog.
And she's not a puppy. They said that she's 2.5.
And she appears to be a street dog. Not that this dog is, her specifics are that important to you all, but yeah. Anyway, she appeared to be off the street. She has tick bites all over her.
Yeah.
And you can see that because she's got little patches of hair missing where they pulled the ticks out of her. And we've done that with strays before that we've ended up keeping.
Yeah.
But so Poe started, so in the beginning, she was hiding behind me, hiding between my legs, behind my legs, as Poe would menace her and down there growling and looking mean. By the next morning, late morning, she was running to Poe and hiding behind him when I would walk in there.
They loved each other after. It was like the second day, maybe afternoon, and all of a sudden they were in love.
Yeah.
They just were playing, and we're trying to keep her quiet because she just got spayed, but boy, they play.
Yeah.
They play hard.
There's going to be some rough patches,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because he's got to keep her in control, he feels.
Yeah.
But she just worships the ground. He walks
loves
on
him.
so far.
And she fits perfectly under him, so she just walks under him
She
between
goes
his
back
legs.
and
It's
forth.
hilarious.
From side to side and then through his front legs and between his back legs.
Yep.
And she just uses him as an obstacle course.
Yeah.
So, food. We try to feed our dogs the best food we can. It's an investment in their lives.
The fresh food.
Yeah, they like that fresh. We're not trying to advertise, but they
No.
like the wet food.
And it has kept
High quality
Poe
wet food.
so young. He's so young now. He acts really young. Yeah, he
Refrigerated.
still acts like a puppy.
Yeah.
He can keep up with her.
Are they
so-
the same age? Did we say?
These two? No.
Yeah.
He's 2 years older, maybe.
He's 2 years older, and he's literally covered with massive cysts. You see that one on his arm. They can't operate on Kit because he has a heart murmur. So they literally can't, we are told, remove
Well,
those.
they don't want to put him under because they're just worried about
But
that.
that's another reason we advise you to buy the
Sweet baby.
best food you can. And
Yeah.
what we're
Kibble's
buying is the
just
wet,
not good.
not the can wet. We're talking about the refrigerated
Yeah.
kind of food that's just pure.
Just comes in a roll, you cut it off, chop it up,
Ingredients.
and it has, they love it.
Yeah. So we're hoping that fewer people will be out there buying dogs from breeders. That's the main thing we hope to accomplish here. So we're going to get, another thing is we give our dogs ivermectin. We do the heartworming and the worming ourselves, as we do with our own persons. And with this dog, we're a little concerned because she has some kind of border collie in her, you can tell. And border collie, I think,
Or like
is
healer or something.
5% likely to have that mutated gene. A lot less problem than Australian Shepherds.
Yeah.
They're the ones you have to really be careful with ivermectin because it's highly toxic to them with that mutated gene. And I can't think of the name of it, MR1 something.
They can look it up.
It's a gene, look it up. And so what I'm going to do is get a genetic test, a breed test, find out what breed what breed she has in her, and then we can proceed accordingly with her vet care. And that's just a very important thing to do. And then that's kind of cool because you know what kind of dog you got if you're interested.
And we're not going to get her a bunch of jabs.
Yeah. And so we're not dog trainers, but we'll get on here from time to time and let you know our progress.
Update you on her.
Wish us luck. We're hoping this works out really well. It's not that we
It is.
need it.
I feel so blessed, so lucky. It's amazing how it's turning out.
Man,
it's only been 3 days, but
I had
boy,
such
they love
trepidation.
each other, and we love her. She's so sweet.
I used to be more irresponsible and stuff like this. It was like, yeah, let's get a dog, let's get another, you know. But now,
well, we used to take every stray in there was.
it's such a responsibility, and it's a long haul. You got to be in it for the duration, and it has to be right for the pet and right for you.
Yeah.
Don't bite off more than you can chew. But get out there and help an animal. Give an animal that otherwise wouldn't have a good life.
Yeah.
And so we're probably going to be able to take this little girl out and socialize her.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's not as troublesome as Poe with socializing. Yeah. He's a good boy, and he doesn't mean any harm. But when
I really don't think he would hurt any other dog.
No,
but
he has to submit.
Dominates them.
Yeah. His thing is to submit. No, she's trying to hump him. It's so weird. But let me tell you, and I don't want to sound rude and ugly about this, but when you go to, a lot of people go to the bars with their dogs.
Yeah.
And when you bring your purebred, expensive dog in, a lot of people like us are being polite. And I'm wanting to say to you, man, why did you buy a dog? You know, and I know you always tell me, Bird, you can't live other people's lives. You can't do this. You can't. But I'm being polite. And a lot of people are probably being polite. And you see the people with mutts, you know, just mixed breed dogs that they adopted, that they gave a second chance to. And they're not doing that because they're poor and they can't afford an expensive dog like you. In fact, a lot of the dogs we look at were $600 because there's transport fees to bring them from congested areas where there's too many rescues and bring them to areas where there's more people that are in more of a chance for them to get adopted out and fewer dogs in need. Look, I'm not trying to shame or stigmatize those of you who do end up buying designer dogs or purebred dogs, but I look at the problem and I want to address it. I don't think everybody, every dude needs a cane corso and every girl needs a labradoodle suddenly. I think more importantly, dogs need homes more than people need specific breeds. I do see a place for purebred dogs, especially working dogs that rescue people from disasters, dogs that are herding animals that are needed for, working farms. And, I myself have bred pigs and emus and chickens, but mostly those are farm animals. And any time I got edged into the pet end of the pig breeding, it was an ethical problem for me. So we grow and we change, and that's what I'm trying to help others do more than being. It's not a hateful message, and I've heard people say that that's a hateful message, and you're judging and you're doing the holier than thou thing. No, that's not compelling. We're not doing that. We're trying to send a message, and we're trying to change things, and in the end, we're trying to help animals. The breeding and purchasing, would be it backyard breeders or what they call quote unquote ethical breeders or not, it's a problem. You are perpetuating a very serious problem with millions of dogs dying that could otherwise be adopted. And again, I'm not trying to judge you harshly. I'm not doing that. I'm just simply trying to raise awareness. Some people might not think of that. And I would like to cause them to at least give it some thought, have it be a part of your thought process when you're going to acquire a pet. You just are sponsoring breeders and telling them, keep doing it and the money will keep coming. Give a dog a chance. Again, adopt, don't shop.
Yes.
I just wanted to...
Such good babies available.
Yeah, and the dogs that I've had, you know, I always she jokes with me about my super dog stories.
What are you doing?
I talk about my dog Rome. I had a dog when I was a kid, one of my dogs named Rome, and he was just the most amazing creature I've ever known.
Super dog.
He didn't do anything. But he was a mutt. He was a mutt. He was a...
Poe, stop.
Poe, stop it.
Stop.
So mutts can be the most amazing dogs,
Yes.
and you can please tell
They're
us your
very
stories about your amazing mutts that you've had that changed your life, saved your life, and there's a lot of amazing stories. All right, let's end this before it gets too crazy. By the way, that's our daughter's dog. She's the one remaining dog. The other was very recent. No,
Kit's protecting her.
Good. All right. Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate you visiting us and watching.
Yes.
Be sure to
thank you
like
for
and
watching.
subscribe, and be sure to join us for more
Mwah.
videos soon.